Alrighty, Chris and those who would watch the video, I'm going to start doing another one in another key. I did D major a week or so ago. Now I'm going to do D minor. And what I'm teaching is, I don't know if it's really theory. It's the basics of a key. So your natural minor, because there's several different minors, I'll go over that, comes from F major, your natural minor, because there's a lot of variations of a minor. There's harmonic minor, there's the Phrygian has a minor flavor to it, the Dorian has a sort of a minor flavor to it. When we say flavor, it's not a pure natural minor. So your pure, I haven't checked this. I just came down cellar, I did laundry, I got it in the dryer now. I wanted to wait for the washer so we wouldn't be hearing the da 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 da, you know. Alright, so yeah, it's got the delay on. Yesterday I had the chorus on and some reverb, and that's because I was doing some. D harmonic minor. Alright, so, but that's not what we're doing. We're going to do natural minor. So let me stretch these up. Alright, so these are new strings. I just set this up yesterday. You know, when I get a new guitar, I shouldn't say I never buy used, because I bought this Tele used. I got a Strat upstairs that's all, you know, it's a aged, heavy aged, paint half gone, and it needed a nut and all kinds of shit. And when I got done with it, I don't want to part with it, because I needed a nut up here. Whoever had it, a friend of mine bought it on Reverb or wherever, brought it to me to fix, and I'm like, I'll buy this off you. So it needed a nut, because the guy filed out the slots on the nut, because there was, if they're too high, a nut, then when you press down your cowboy chords, the notes at the first fret or second fret will be out of tune, even though the guitar might be in tune. In fact, this brand new guitar right here, I had to do that just a hair on the E and the A, just a slight, with the correct file. Thank you, my son James had he's got a set of those files. They're the cheap ones. You can spend 90 bucks for a good set of files that fit the slots. You'd only want that slot the size of the string. You don't want a big open hole. It'll take away resonance and stuff from the guitar. So these are new strings. Anytime I get a guitar, I Claytonize it. You know, I've even had a custom shop Gibson where I had to file out the nut a little here and there. These always happen to come with the G strings too high, and that's needing a file out on the saddle over here, just a hair, with the right file, not some big hack that's going to make a big groove in there. You know, to get it perfect. I got to have everything perfect, that they measure the exact right height across there, and then of course I set the action at a certain place. I lowered this side. Typically on a Gibson or an Epiphone, they come the same way. Actually, I have found that all the Epiphones, I've had more of those than the Gibsons. The Epiphones have come way better out of the box than any of the Gibsons I ever had. Even the custom shop ones. They needed less, just a minute little file out, a couple little slots there. The G always. I had a Gibson Special a couple years ago. The nut was so effed up on it that you couldn't you tune it up, intonate it, and when you played chords, they were way out because the filing of them slots they were way too high. Some were way high, some were down. I had to fix it, and then when I got it all fixed, I spent 2 hours on it. I sold it. I got it so it was right, and I was disgusted. Yeah, so the Epiphones have been the best, most consistent purchases I've ever had. So I put new strings on this, and I put, like I said, did the little tweak there and up here, and I put 9.5s that came with 10s, set the action. I usually have to move the bridge. The high strings are too low for me. So I back that screw off and I raise the action at this end of the high strings. I bring them up higher off the fretboard, and I bring the lower end down. And I got a ruler and I have it so they all follow the same height, you know. And I got it so everything's spot on. So we're going to do D minor today. So that's, of course, it helps to learn, you know, a lot of your variations of where they are. If you want to, you know, up your playing and get more creative, that comes from the key of F. So in basic theory, you got to take a major key. We're using F. It's typically, if you start with F, it would be a major chord, F major, Ionian, Do, Re, Mi, minor, minor, major, major, natural minor, in this case it's D, and then diminished would be an E. I don't know diminished chords. Let's see, it would be every 3 frets, so it'd be, all right? So, in the scale positions, second block up starting with the G, it'd be this shape. Play G to G, it would be Dorian. So you would have Ionian, we're talking the key of F, and this goes for any key. It's going to go Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, period. That's the way it is. So Ionian, that's Do, Re, Mi. Dorian, that's simply Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do, Re. And then Mi, the A for out of F would be Mi, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do, Re, Mi, right? And then Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Fa. And then Sol, it'd be a C in this case. That's your Mixolydian, your 5 chord. And then your natural minor, D. helps when you learn all the blocks. You can play D minor, all weaving all the way up and down to a D minor chord, say, whatever, and then you'd have your E diminished, or it'd be called low crane. And then back to your F. So that's your basic kind of, I don't know, I don't call any of it theory. I call it fact, you know. And whatever, however that diminished would be, that'd be here. So I'm going to go up the, a good thing to learn right off the bat, once you understand that, you know, your F, you got a major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. I would learn, or this is what I did, I learned my pentatonic, the 5-note scale. In this case, we're doing D minor, so it'd be... And I'm just doing this block. We can start here, at the F. Yeah, if you start D to D, you'll hear it. Okay? Start at the next block up, you'd go here. To do was, once I had to started working the second block, then I would play them both and tie them together. Next block up, starting with A. Once I learned the next block up, and then I would get that one going, then I would slide into the one I already learned the day before, and then slide down into the one I learned the day before, and then I would do stuff like... Now here's the next one, starting with a D with the baby finger. And by constantly tying them together, then you can, you know, that kind of thing, you know, you can move about. So from here, now you've got your standard one that typically most guitar players learn. The first pentatonic they learn, the shape is this one. Let's see if we put some rock on it. Typically that kind of thing, you know, so so there it is. didn't go over. It's just kind of a sketch for now, and I'll go into more depth and slow things down later.